Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing which players you should be picking from your pre-order bonuses from pre-ordering College Football 25. It's important to note that the Heisman hopefuls that we will be discussing in this video were only for a limited time, so you have to have pre-ordered College Football 25 by June 26th, and if you didn't pre-order by then, you are not eligible for those cards, but you're still eligible for the cover athletes and the Ultimate Team alumni. Now, let's start off with the Heisman hopefuls. With the Heisman hopefuls, there's three cards in particular that I think you should consider picking to start off your college football ultimate team. The first card you should consider is Zachariah Branch, and the sole reason why you should consider Zachariah Branch is because he's a depth position player, and he has 83 speed and decent route running with 79 short route running, 79 medium route running, and a 80 deep route running. Speed early on in the game is very key, and it actually helps you a lot in winning games online because everybody's players are slow, and because Zachariah Branch has 83 speed, he instantly is a game changer and a very big addition to your lineup. But there are two other Heisman hopefuls that I do think are better than Zachariah Branch. And the second player I think you should consider when picking which Heisman hopeful card you should pick is Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is a free safety coming in with 84 speed. 84 speed, I believe, is the highest speed rating that we know for college ultimate team. And I put him here at number two strictly if you're going to be using him. But even he could still play off ball by himself. But if you're going to be using him, he instantly becomes number two, in my opinion, because of that 84 speed. He's going to be able to cover so much ground with that speed. But even if you just have him playing by himself, he also has 78 man coverage, 80 zone coverage, and an 80 hit power with an 80 play rec. So this Caleb Downs, whether you user him or you leave him be by himself, he's going to be a playmaker out there. But the number one Heisman hopeful card I think people should be pursuing is this Will Johnson. Will Johnson is going to be a lockdown corner to start off the game, as now we know that 85 overall is the max overall that's going to be in the game to start off. And Will Johnson is a tall corner coming in with 83 speed, 84 acceleration, 81 play rec, 82 man coverage, 79 zone coverage with an 80 press. I think this card is going to be on my team for a while because he's a depth position player. He's very fast and he's also tall. So he's going to be able to lock down people's number one receiver. And it all really just depends on what abilities does this card have, or does he even get any. But I think Will Johnson should be your number one pick for your Heisman hopefuls. Now let's talk about Donovan Edwards. Initially, when the Heisman hopeful cards came out, I kind of didn't pay this card a lot of attention, but now that we've actually gotten some gameplay from Donovan Edwards himself, we know that running the ball is going to be crucial at the beginning of college football 25 because running the ball is very smooth and you could get real shifty with the sticks with the running back. So for that reason, I would consider picking up Donovan Edwards. If unlike Donovan Edwards, Travis Hunter is a depth position player and he won't be as easily replaced as a Donovan Edwards will be because you could only have about two running backs on the field at a time. So as opposed to having a receiver where you could have five receivers out on the field at the same time. But this Travis Hunter is not a bad option, and I think he's the best option to pick out of the cover athletes, which he comes in with 81 speed, 78 catching, 77 catching traffic, 79 spectacular catch, 78 short route running, and a 78 medium route running with an 80 deep route running. I think this is the best card you should pick from the cover athletes because he's a depth position player and he won't be replaced as easily, and he will be in your lineup for a good minute to start off the game. Now, for the ultimate alumni pre order bonus that you're going to receive, I first want to say there is nothing wrong with picking an offensive lineman, whether it be J.C. Latham or Jordan Morgan. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, they're pretty solid picks, so you could solidify your offensive line early on. But, they're not the sexy picks, all right? I'll be honest with you. Now, the first player I would consider would be Jared Verse. Jared Verse is a very rounded pass rusher, coming in with 77 speed, 79 block shed, with a 76 finesse move. I think because most people's offensive line are going to be pretty bad to start off the game, Jared Verse would be wrecking havoc out there, honestly. So he wouldn't be a very bad pick, but I do think that there are two other options that are better, in my opinion. The second option being Quinyon Mitchell. If you didn't pre-order College Football 25 by June 26th and aren't going to get the Heisman hopefuls, Quinyon Mitchell would be your number one corner. Because Quinyon Mitchell is coming in with 82 speed, 82 play rec, 81 man coverage, 79 zone coverage, and an 80 press. That's a pretty good for a corner. And I don't know what more you could ask for the start of the game. But in my opinion, there is one more card that is better than Jared Verse and Quinyon Mitchell. And that card is my boy, Adonai Mitchell. And the reason why I think Adonai Mitchell is the best ultimate alumni card to pick is because of that 83 speed. As mentioned earlier with Zachariah Branch, speed kills in the game because speed creates mismatches and speed gets open. And since we know college football is going to be a pretty fast paced game, you want to have as much speed on the field out there, and having that 83 speed is going to be crucial in order to be able to get those matchups and be able to get more open more often. And even if we just take the 83 speed out of it, he still is a very good rounded card, coming in with 80 short route running, 78 medium route running, and a 77 deep route running with a 80 catch in traffic, which he's a very good card, and he is personally my number one ultimate alumni card that I would pick. And just to wrap things up, for the Heisman hopefuls, I'm going to pick Will Johnson. He's going to be my number one corner. I will say I'm still going to be strongly considering Caleb Downs just because of that 84 speed, and he will be my user. So I am still thinking about Caleb Downs, but as of right now, as of making of this video, I'm going to go with Will Johnson, but that may change. For the cover athletes, I am definitely going to go with Travis Hunter. I do want a wide receiver. And then lastly, for the ultimate alumni, I'm going to go with Adonai Mitchell. But I think having a corner and having two receivers is the way to go, in my opinion. They're both depth position players, so you're not going to be able to replace them as easily as you would with a running back or a quarterback. And they're all fast. And again, as we know, speed kills, especially early on in the game. You want to be as fast as you can and have the fastest cards that you can possibly get your hands on. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. You pick whoever you want to decide from all the pre-order bonuses. This is just my opinion. I think Will Johnson, Travis Hunter, and Adonai Mitchell are the best options. And if you have alumni connections to some of these schools, go with the alumni connection. I'm not stopping you. That's actually would be pretty cool in my opinion if you have some sort of alumni connection to the schools. I personally have a school connection with Adonai Mitchell since we both went to Texas, but I also unbiasedly and biasedly think Adonai Mitchell is the best card from the Ultimate Alumni program, but that's just my opinion. And I know others will probably defer and think Jared Verse is the best card or Quinyon Mitchell, but it's going to be a very fun year, regardless of who's right or who's wrong, because those cards are going to get replaced pretty quickly, I would imagine. But we're only now less than 4 days away from the release of College Football 25, and I couldn't be more excited. I can't wait to get into Dynasty mode, Road to Glory, and Ultimate Team. And I look forward to bringing y'all all kinds of content throughout the football season. And I also look forward to bringing y'all my college football bets as the season begins. I think college football is an easy sport to bet on just because if you follow the sport just a little bit, you know what's going on. And I look forward to bringing y'all my bets and picks for college football. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button as I look to grow this channel throughout football season and beyond. Until next time, hook 'em.